everybody, and welcome to the live. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about if it's a good idea or not to start a new business here in 2023, specifically online business, and what type of business that could be. So, we're also going to discuss some different income streams. So I just realized that Pat Flynn is online as well, live now. So that's a bit of a hard competition, I guess. So, but hopefully, when people show up, we can have a conversation about what types of online businesses are good with the new AI stuff coming out. And when you join, please let me know what's in your cup or what you're drinking. I'm on my Viking cup here, and I have some ginger tea or whatever. It's some ginger stuff in here, so that's nice. So I just watched a video over at Sean Mars's channel. I'll link the video in the description afterwards. So maybe we could just quickly grab it here and put it in the chat as well. So he's also starting a new project, and he's framing it as starting a brand instead of what I've done a couple of times is not starting a completely new website and just having that as a niche website, but he's starting an online brand, and I think that's a very smart way to go about it. I'll just quickly try to find it for you. Um, there's a lot of branded searches is probably the last thing to go away with AI stuff coming out, and with the new Google search interface that was released, I think yesterday. It's going to be difficult um, to rank or to get clicks at least for um, shorter type questions. So just building niche websites around that is, I'm thinking it's going to be very difficult. But I like to know, I'd like to hear what you think. I'll just quickly pop into the chat here. There you go. So let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm here in Denmark. I'll just quickly check if there was a question or something happening over at on Facebook. Let's have a look here. So I've been working a little bit on making images with Midjourney. Haven't been first mover on that platform, so I joined around the time where Chat GPT came out, and um, and I sort of jumped on Midjourney at the same time, and in doing all that stuff. I've used up my credits for like 3 months in a row, so uh, I've been testing it out fairly extensively. Um, and I'm trying to get some images approved over at Wirestock. And that could maybe be a potential way to earn a side income. Um, Whether or not the images will be approved or not um, is a good question. So everything is fine over at Facebook, it seems. So also, I've with the images started um, started an Instagram account for the same type of images, and it seems to be fairly slow moving, but it's not zero traction. I have the I think that Instagram might be pushing new accounts, active new accounts, a little more than older accounts. So I'm not completely convinced that it's the same kind of traction that I'll get from um, later on, but I will be sharing some of my experiences with that. So that could maybe be a topic for a future video. Let's. So if you have some ideas on a potential income stream there, that could be maybe be interesting. I'm also thinking about maybe creating an online tool uh, with AI. I don't know too much code, so I've been wanting to learn, but I don't know too much. So with a generative AI, that could maybe be um, a easier way to go if I want to learn a little bit, and then maybe have the chatbot uh, debug what I wrote. That could maybe be something, and then build um, a small tool for online use. Maybe not a complete SaaS product, but still a very simple thing. um, One of the channels, I forget his name, I follow now, is wanting to build an Instagram caption tool online, and I'm not going to copy that idea, but um, something similar, maybe something for LinkedIn. That could be something, maybe generating a LinkedIn post from a larger article. So I'm a veterinarian, and sharing newer scientific papers could maybe be a good post on LinkedIn. Just sharing what I'm reading or what I'm getting out of a scientific paper is it could maybe be a good idea. And there is a tool called Chat PDF, I think it is, where you can put in a PDF file and you can ask it questions to learn what's in that PDF. But if you could maybe make a tool that pulls in from the API, the GPT API, you could maybe have it write a very short summary, the two most significant findings, and then one of the um, critique points that you can have, and then um, your own personal spin on it. And you can have maybe a selector if you want it to be parody or comical, or if you want it to be serious or critical, or what have you, sort of in the style that you can ask the keywords everywhere tool um, that is inside chat gpt as well. There's also a selector, so sort of something along those lines. So I'm not going to build that idea specifically, and I'm not ready um, to share yet what I'm thinking of building. But um, if you have good ideas, or maybe you want to have a discussion around this, maybe we could um, have a have a discussion whether that's a good way to move forward or not. Another idea I had was actually maybe we could build a blog together here on live streams, and I will then we could set up the blog by with screen share here, and do the keyword research together, or I can show you how I do it. And I'm thinking then if that website gets any traction, it could be maybe we can have um, a draw, and then a subscriber could get that. So that is probably something I want to do in a future live stream. So if that interests you, building live websites, and you can comment on what I'm building, and you can sort of look over my shoulder, building a website just for free here on YouTube. That then of course you could subscribe. I do have ideas. I have a back catalog of niche website ideas, and I've been building that list for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now. And it's been a struggle not to buy new domains for all of these ideas. When I see that there's a domain available, I usually tend to jump on it, because usually they're not available for uh, a very long time. So if it's, especially if it's a good domain name. So I have a bunch of unused domain names, and I have a even longer list of niche website ideas. And if you're on my newsletter, you will get the plus 50 ideas I have. That's some of the best ideas. I've kept like two ideas for myself, and that could maybe, one of those could maybe be in a future web live stream here on YouTube. But um, if I'm going to be building all of those out without proper thinking about how that is going to be an online brand, I'm thinking now that's maybe not the best idea. And I'd like to hear your thoughts, of course, on that. Um, so, um, if there's no uh, obvious way to build a brand around your website, or if you're not building a business per se, you just want to build a niche website, I think it's going to be difficult to get organic traffic. That's just what I think, of course. But we've seen before that when Google introduced the snippets, um, they actually released a press release or a blog post, or what it was, that people were actually getting more clicks than usual. But if you calculated the percentage, they were actually getting less clicks. So the overall searches online were increasing, and therefore the clicks to the search results were also increasing. But the percentage of the what the percentage of clicks of the overall searches was lower. So introducing the snippets and the easy answer and the answer graph, and in some cases they just pull out the information and show it right there um, on the website. It's um, sort of lost my train of thought there. That has decreased the number of clicks to the websites. So if you're not building an authority site, or at least a brand name that people will recognize, or you can maybe make an Instagram account, or TikTok or YouTube account around that, it's going to be difficult to pull in search traffic. I'm guessing. So if people are looking for your opinion on something, or excuse me, people are looking for what do they say over a TechCrunch, is that yeah, what do they specifically think about this new tech product? It's it's going to be difficult, because the chatbot, or the the AI answer in the search result is going to give most of the answers. And it's going to be very difficult to prove that the AI has pulled the information from your website. even though they pieced something together from 1,000 websites or a million websites. It's not specifically yours, and even though you might have contributed in some small way, but uh, either way, you are going to lose that. You're going to lose that traffic anyway, and uh, Google is probably going to be a one-stop shop for knowledge, and um, probably most people will take what Google just present them at face value. So in essence, Google is going to be the blog about everything, covering every single topic under the sun, and not leaving too much for the rest of us. And what's left is going to be branded searches, probably something around that. But I could be completely off, completely wrong, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. But and Adrian is there. Hi, Adrian. So I just asked what's in your cup a couple of seconds ago. I have my Viking cup here with some ginger tea in it. It's late here. It's too late for me to drink caffeine, so I've find a yellow tea I can drink instead. And we're talking about different income streams online. And I'm sort of going back and forth about if it's a good and or a bad idea um, to start a new niche website, or if it needs to be something bigger. And I sort of used the example of Sean Mars that started an online brand, and that's a way bigger challenge than just building a small niche website about garden chairs or something. So um, I do want to build something on here on the live streams, and it is probably going to be something around brand and online education, because that's what I know the best. And I'm going to be using elements from niche websites, but we are going to be careful about using um, writing too many articles about um, answering simple questions. So it's going to be more opinion based articles, or me getting my hands on something and then showing what I think about it. And that is going to be more difficult to um, it's going to be more difficult for the chatbot answers in the search result to answer. So Adrian says that he enjoys. He says enjoy your cup of tea as well here, mint tea, also kind of late, 17 minutes past 10 in the evening. So he writes 22:17, and that's what we use here in Europe. We don't use PM and AM, so it's 21 said 18 here. So you're one time zone ahead of me, so you must be just a little east of me, just one time zone east of me. But it's nice of you to show up here. So I'll just quickly look at my notes to see if was something else here. So probably next week, Monday or Tuesday, I think I will be starting to build something online here, and trying to um, maybe we could have a discussion in the beginning what direction to go in. But I will be setting up at least a WordPress website, um, maybe some social profiles. I'm not completely decided on that yet, and do some kind of online business start here as a live case study that we will build together here in live streams. um, and I will be giving it away to one lucky subscriber at the end. Um, that's only valuable if the brand or the site is earning any money, but I will be giving it away at some point as a, a, a draw for a lucky winner. So I think that concludes the live stream for today. It's been fun hanging around, um, and I will see you next week where I will be starting this, and um, from there we will take it from there. So till next week, take care, everybody.